Jeremiah 29 verse 11. For I know the plans I have for you, declares the Lord, plans to prosper you and not to harm you, plans to give you hope and a future. Beloved child, every morning the sky turns bright with beautiful colors, like a picture that's painted just for you. Think of it as a fresh start, a brand new day that I've made with care. The very same hands that made everything you see around you, the stars at night and the ocean waves, are also making a future for you. This isn't just any future, it's one where you're meant to do well and not have a hard time. Just like a gardener who plants seeds expecting them to grow into flowers, I have plans for you to bloom. Think of your life like a book, my dear, where every single day is a page written with care and thought. Your story isn't just random events thrown together. It's more like a path that's been carefully planned out, with each step laid down for a reason. Every hard day, every moment that makes you want to cry, it's all leading up to good things that will make you smile. It's like when a caterpillar snuggles into its cocoon. It seems like the end, but actually, it's the beginning of turning into a beautiful butterfly. That's what's happening with you. Everything that's happening is shaping you into something wonderful, helping you grow and become new. Watch the ant in the summertime. It works hard, collecting food without anyone telling it to. It's smart and gets ready for times when it can't find food. This small bug can show us something big. Being steady in what we do and keeping faith really matter. Every day of your life is like a page in a special book that's being written just for you. Each page adds up to a story that makes you smile in the end. Your hard work has a purpose, just like the ant's does. Even when it seems like you're not getting anywhere, remember that each bit of effort counts. Your life is like a road trip with signs pointing you in the right direction. And just as every season changes from spring to summer to fall, your life has its own seasons that change and bring you to new places. Think about how the ant doesn't give up. It keeps going, bit by bit, and by the time it's cold, it has plenty to eat. You're like that ant in many ways. When you keep going, putting one foot in front of the other, you're getting closer to a happy ending. So keep at it, just like the ant. Do your best every day. Your story is moving forward, one step at a time, towards something really great. And in the end, you'll see how all those steps added up to something wonderful. That's the journey you're on, and it's taking you somewhere good. Like a master weaver, I am at work, interlacing the threads of your experiences, not a single strand misplaced or without significance. There are no dead ends in the pathways I design. Every turn, every upward climb, is leading you to landscapes yet unseen, horizons rich with possibility. What I'm telling you isn't just words on paper. It's a solid promise, as sure as the sky is above you. Think about how nature works, how after the cold and stillness of winter, everything wakes up and gets lively again in spring. Just like that, I look after the changing times in your life. There's a right moment for everything, and your time to see the good things you've been hoping for is just around the corner. Your life has its own rhythm, its ups and downs, and I am there with you, guiding each step. When things seem cold and bare, like winter, remember that a fresh start, like the first day of spring, is always on the way. Your patience and hard work will soon pay off, just like a farmer who waits for the crops to grow and is rewarded with a harvest. This is what I've got planned for you, a time to see your hopes turn into reality. Recall the patience of Job, whose endurance was tested yet found to be as solid as a fortress. though he could not see the outcome. His story did not end in the ashes where he sat. No, it culminated in a double portion of all he had lost. Your story, too, holds a denouement of restoration, an epilogue of abundance. Hold on tight to what I've told you, like you would stand firmly on solid ground. Don't let your heart get worked up or worried when things seem unsure or when life seems to shake a bit. Those shaky moments, they're just signs that I'm switching things up for the better. Think of me as a writer who's penning a story that's calm and clear, not messy and mixed up. I'm like the best kind of writer, one who's all about creating peace in the plot and making sure everything makes sense as the story unfolds. Even when it feels like life is handing you a bunch of question marks, trust that I'm turning them into exclamation points of something good. When things get confusing and it feels like your life story is all jumbled, remember that I'm here making everything work out clear and smooth. Think of it this way. I'm the one who clears up a muddled puzzle, lining up all the pieces just right. When you're faced with a bunch of puzzle pieces and no idea what the big picture is, I'm already looking at the completed image, guiding you where each piece goes. So keep your feet planted on what you know is true, my words, my promises. They're as reliable as the earth you walk on every day. And in those times when you feel like you're caught in a gust of change, just know that I'm right there with you, putting everything in its perfect place. As a shepherd knows the needs of his flock, so do I understand every nuance of your life. I am attentive to the softest sigh of your heart, responsive to the unspoken desires nestled within. You are never just a face in the crowd. You are known, seen, and loved with an everlasting love. The path I lay before you may sometimes seem cloaked in mist, the destination just beyond your sight. Yet, with each step you take in faith, the fog lifts, the view clears, and you will find that you have not been walking alone. My presence is a constant companion, even when unseen. Your journey may wind through valleys, across streams, over mountains high. Yet, these are not obstacles but opportunities for growth, landscapes where your faith can stretch its limbs and where your spirit can soar. The strength you gain from each climb prepares you for the summits yet to conquer. Remember the walls of Jericho, standing tall and seemingly insurmountable. Yet with faith as your rhythm and my promise as your melody, the walls that stand before you shall fall just as surely. Your march may seem silent, your actions insignificant, but no effort in my name is ever wasted. Look to the skies, the grand expanse above, which I hold without columns. If I can hang the heavens, surely I can uphold you and the dreams I have planted within you. For you are my handiwork, destined not for obscurity, but for a life that is abundant and full. Therefore, let hope be the anthem of your heart, and trust be the compass of your soul. Step forward into each day with the certainty that it is not a blank page, but one waiting to be filled with stories of victory, tales of triumph that you will one day tell. So, my child, walk on with a spirit of expectancy, with eyes open to the dawn that awaits. The promises I have spoken over you are as sure as the sunrise, as faithful as the tide. Your future is crafted with the precision of a master clockmaker, designed to tick in perfect harmony with my will. You are the apple of my eye, the vessel through which I display my glory. Walk in that truth, stand in that certainty, and live in the assurance that I am with you for you, and ahead of you, every step of the way. In the quiet sanctuary of this moment, as you come before me with hearts open and spirits willing, who paint the morning skies and set the stars in their place, hear your humble petition. Child, I have promised a future filled with hope, a pathway marked by my unfailing love. Receive the faith to trust in my divine plans, for the courage to walk in the certainty of my promises. As I clothe the lilies and tend to the sparrows, so too I would nurture and tend to the dreams I've planted within you. Be grateful for the assurance that I am orchestrating the future where your spirit will thrive and your joy will be complete. Receive the strength to persevere through trials, the wisdom to see my hand at work in all things, and the patience to await the blooming of seasons yet to come. May you embrace each day as a gift, unwrapping it with the anticipation of my grace at play in your life. Remember the lessons of the past, the joy of the present, and the promise of the future. As Joseph's trials led to triumph, and Job's patience to prosperity, may your own story unfold to reveal my glory. Child, you are protected from the snares of despair, and your heart is fortified with peace that surpasses understanding. In every challenge, see an opportunity to witness my power. In every setback, the setup for my greater plan. For those who need a touch of my comfort today, feel my presence as close as your breath. Let my love be the balm to your weary soul, and my word the anchor in every storm. As you stand on the threshold of tomorrow, be filled with hope that is as enduring as the heavens. May you walk with confidence in the plans I have for you, plans to prosper and not to harm, to give you a future filled with hope. In faith, lay your life before me, trusting that I, the same God who leads you through the valley, is the God who ushers you onto the mountaintop. May your life be a testament to my unfailing love and faithfulness.